Hey, everybody. We are rounding out the month of Women's History Month, and I still have a few more women to bring your way. And so today I am talking to Michele Nelson. And I met Michele back in the early 2000s when she gave me the very first time I ever received a facial was from Michele. And then I was like, wait, facials? I'm hooked. Like, what is going on? I need to get facials all the time. And Michele has done my facials, done my brows for years. When she has moved around, I have followed her. I find her. Leo sisters. We have our birthdays are about a week apart. And she has just been a woman that I don't talk to all the time, but I just love her spirit. Whenever I go get some kind of, beauty brand, beauty something, we just talk and we connect like old girlfriends. So, Michele, welcome.
There, I am so honored that you asked me to do this. This is really cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's fun, and we're just gonna have some fun today and talk a little bit. So, why don't
Oh,
you tell us a little bit about who you are?
okay, so I'm kind of boring actually when I think about it, but so I'm Michelle, and I uh, I came from a corporate background. And so I worked in corporate for 17 years. And then I decided that I no longer wanted to be in corporate. But I didn't have any skill set and didn't know what it was that I wanted to do. And so after I left, well, right shortly before I left corporate, I used to jazzercise, and I was jazzercising with one of the girls that I jazzercise with, and she came to class one day with these beautiful lashes, and I was like, oh my God, you look beautiful. What's going on? What's happening? And so she told me, she said, well, I went to this young lady and got these lashes and blah blah blah. So I asked for the number, made an appointment, but when I went, I didn't get lashes. I got a facial, my very first facial, and it was a very I can't really describe to you the experience. It was like a kind of experience, you know what I mean?
That's
And
how I
so
felt when you did my
yeah,
first facial.
and I was just like, oh my God, I want to do, I never did makeup. I was never into cosmetics and that kind of stuff. I mean, I did a little bit of stuff, I would put on a little lipstick and mascara and stuff, but I was never really into beauty like that. But so anyway, I went and I got a facial with this young lady who ended up becoming my mentor. Uh, when she encouraged, she was like, I said, I think I want to do this. And she says, oh, wow, I'll give you the information. You can, she basically laid out everything for me where it was, so I followed everything she told me to do. I went to school, and she basically mentored me the whole time I was there. Shout out to Latoya Fox, and we are friends right now. Today it's been 21 years later. So I left corporate, and the rest is history. So it's been actually 21 years since I left corporate and entered into the beauty industry.
I love it. That's a great story. And it is that like moment when you get your first facial
I
and you're just
know.
like, oh my God, my skin feels so good.
Oh
It
my
looks so
God.
good.
Yes. Yes. It was just, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've been missing this. But yeah, so
Yes.
it's been really, the beauty industry has been very good to me thus far.
That is awesome. It has been because you look beautiful. So
I,
that also helps.
I put on lipstick specifically for you because during COVID, with the mask on, you can't really see your lipstick. Although I do have a lipstick that is as wearable all day. It doesn't come off on your mask and all of that. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Yes, we need to talk about that
Yes.
because I that's what I hate. And so sometimes I haven't been wearing lipstick because of that very reason, right?
Yep.
So, but that's cool. So, we are going to then get into our four questions. And for those of you that have been watching, you know that the questions are exactly the same. They haven't changed for each person, but we find out so much different information for each person. So, Michele, first up, what is an obstacle that you have been able to turn into an opportunity?
So during COVID, being in the beauty industry, and this is when I found out that what I do is not essential. And I was like, what? I thought what I do is essential. But
Beauty is essential. Wait a minute, look, beauty is essential.
beauty is essential. So anyway, during COVID, the spa was shut down, wasn't able to work, and so, but I went through my normal practice of getting up every morning at the same time, taking my bath and getting ready like I was going to work, but yet I would sit in front of the TV and watch the mayor and the governor tell us about we had to stay at home, right? And so, not being able to work, I was thinking, I had an aha moment where I thought I need to utilize my skills, and I need to be able to do something where if I'm unable to touch people, that I can still earn some type of living, right? And so a year prior to that, I had already gotten my name for my business, but I just kind of put it on the shelf and I didn't really do anything. So during COVID, I thought this is an opportunity for me to launch my skincare and cosmetic line. And so I began working on that. And so I would say that that was an obstacle to an opportunity for me because I wasn't able to work.
That is huge.
Yes. So I have my own cosmetic line and skincare line called Aesthetic Beauty Basics. And so during that time, I was doing the website, ordering the products, and this and that, blah blah blah. So it's been a long time, but I'm really excited about it, and so I'm moving
How
forward.
excited am I? Like, I'm sitting here, like, ready to bust out of my
Yeah,
seat.
yeah.
Like, that is so cool. And congratulations. And
Thank
that
you.
is a true testament to turning an obstacle into an opportunity,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
I love it. So,
Yeah.
with that, though, you're telling us that you pivoted careers after being in corporate for so long and you wanted to do something completely different.
Yep.
You had no idea what that was. You got a facial, got turned on to the beauty business.
Yep.
You just told me that because the spa that you work at was shut down,
Yep.
you then finally launched your business of things that you wanted to do.
Hmm.
So, in all of that, I hear resilience. Like you have learned to be resilient over and over again.
I
So, how
know.
are you intentional about practicing your resilience?
Um, mm, this is so. I guess just instead of not being, it's funny. I do have the sense of being fearful of things, but I guess it it pushes, it drives me to do. It drives me. Rather than just sitting back and being afraid to move. I guess the fear just kind of pushes me forward. I never really thought about it, but I guess it that is who I am. I mean,
So, the fear is kind of like your motivating factor,
I
right?
think
And that
so.
facing your fears, and that's actually one of the principles that I talk about when I talk about resilience. I'm like, we got to face our fears, like
Yeah,
regardless of what it is. And
yeah,
so that's what you're telling us that you've been able to do.
yes, and it's unintentional because I don't think about it, but I do know that I am fearful of a lot of things. And so I ask myself because even when I talk to friends and they go, "Well, what's your fear? Like, what do you?" And for me, I think just the fear of rejection. You know what I mean? Not being accepted about certain things. And but what I'm finding is that if I just push that back and not think about it and just jump out there and do what it is that I set my mind to do, as long as you're presenting a product that people like and they trust you. That's the thing. When people trust you, they will they, if you say, try this lip color, this is really pretty, your friends and family so far have been very supportive. Will listen to you and trust you. So
Yeah, no, that's big, and I think that you're so right. People do business with people who they trust, and we
yeah,
hear that in the corporate side. Well, not that I've ever worked in corporate, but what y'all told me, folks that have worked in corporate,
yeah,
is from the corporate side, especially for sales. That's what people say all the time. Like people do business with people that they trust. So
yeah.
I think that that's perfect. So it is Women's History Month.
Mhm.
And, I've been highlighting women in my circle because you all are rock stars and are such awesome women. So I'd like to know, who
And
is a
so are
woman that,
you.
thank you, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Who is a woman that you admire and why?
So I thought about that question. It's not one woman, it's multiple women, especially the women in my family. Um, I get from a very close friend of mine who always says to me, you're such a lady. And, and we laugh about it. But I think that having, my mother, her sisters, my grandmother, my aunts, and all of these women that are important to me in my life are women that I look up to and have taught me how to maintain, to be a lady. You know what I mean? And so I don't have one person. There are multiple women. I can go down. I can just think of it's abundance of women in my mind right now that I can think of that that I really look up to. And so, yeah, I don't have one person. It's just multiple women.
You like women, women
Women,
all across the world.
women all across the world. I'm motivated and, all of those things, learn from. And so, yeah, sisterhood.
You know what? I can see that for you, especially being in the beauty industry because you come in
Hmm.
contact with so many different women.
Yeah.
And so I know that you have all these like micro relationships with women, right? And these friendships that are not like traditional friendships,
Hmm.
but if somebody's coming to see you on a monthly basis, like they're trusting you with information that somebody else might not even have.
You know what? It's so funny you said that because I was talking to a client this weekend, and she says, I told her, I said, I have the ability to, in a way, I sort of like I've always wanted to be a therapist. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, I wanted to be a counselor, right? A therapist. But I think that what I do is, even though it's beauty, but it's also therapy, right? Because
Yes.
you have that attention when somebody lays down in your bed, and it's a very intimate setting. People tend to just want to tell you all their business, and not just business gossipy stuff, but we work out issues. You know what I mean? We talk about things
Yes.
and relationships and family and just business, networking, all those things. And yeah, so I kind of vision being in the beauty industry as also being a therapist in a
You're
way.
the beauty. You're the beauty
I'm
therapist.
the
You're
beauty.
the.
I'm the beauty therapist. It's so true though. That people lay on your bed. It just so happened I had my a friend. She sent her husband to me last week, and he was like, this is really calming. And so as he was talking, I was going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He's like, I feel like I'm laying on a sofa in and
Yes.
it's like his
Yes.
voice is so soothing and the environment, this, all of this, the sound and all of this stuff. He was like, this is, he really enjoyed it. It was funny. I had my girlfriend cracking up laughing. She's like, girl, he loved it.
Uh oh.
He felt
Somebody
like he
said
was enjoying it.
trademark it. Beauty therapist. My girl Yushonda says, listen, y'all better trademark. You better
I
trademark
better
that, Michelle.
trademark beauty therapist. Yes.
But you know what? And this is totally this has nothing to do with the question that I just asked you.
Okay.
But what I will say, when you just said about like it's so soothing and calming, you and I don't know if clients have told you this, but you have a very nurturing spirit with your clients. It's not just, let's get in and do this.
Mm-mm.
It's, I want to take care of you.
Yeah,
I want to make sure that you are good. Is this what you're happy with?
yeah,
What else can I do? If it's not right, let me know. Let's change
please.
it. Like you're very good at that. And I don't think that everyone takes that time for care and nurturing. So
Yeah.
that is one of the things that I personally have definitely appreciated about you over the years.
Thank you so much. And it's so important, especially now. I have a friend that's a travel nurse, and right now she's in Texas and she's been there for 4 months. When I talked to her, I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "My self-care." She's getting her nails done. She's getting her feet done. So, those things, even though, you know, we don't look at it as therapy and therapeutic for it, but it is. These
Mhm.
things are important to maintain, and it's not just about you thinking you what do I want to say, that um it's all about the beauty part of it, because
Yes.
it's
Not, it's
more.
not the vanity
It's not the
necessarily.
vanity, exactly. It's not the vanity of it. It's the self-care of it. And that's really important, especially, here it is. She's working with sick people and
Yes.
COVID and all this stuff. So self-care is really important to all of us, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, rounding us out, as you know, I am putting together a playlist
Uh-oh.
for this women's empowerment playlist.
Yep.
And I know you love music. I
Woo!
know that you enjoy live music.
Oh my God. Oh,
And I know that's one of the things you probably miss the most. So, what is your song that we are adding to the playlist?
okay. So I'm going all the way vintage. And first of all, let me just say, this is how much I love live music. This weekend I was trying to see if the Jazz Showcase had any shows this weekend. No, so nothing's really happening just yet. But trust and believe, as soon as something open up, I'm there. Um, but I was thinking about "I Am Woman," and
Mm.
I know this is old school. Like, what year were you
Mhm.
born in?
I'm 77.
Okay, so this is Helen Reddy,
Mm-hmm.
in 1972,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just an important song to me, and but you can say "I am woman" and or
Yep.
"I'm every woman," or you can put all those together, but I think they all mean the same thing, and that is, women are important and we are valuable to society, and that we are strong and we are independent and we can do anything.
Yes, 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 yes. I Am Woman is a great addition. I love it. This is, well, no, I was about to say we had some old school. We had some other old school songs come up too. So this is gonna be great. It's gonna literally be old school to, we got some Beyonce in the mix. We got like, it's everything in between. So it's gonna be a great playlist.
Nice, nice. Yeah, you got to have that. You got to have that new school and old school and that vintage and all of that just mixed up together. It just
Mixed up together. That's what we gonna do. We
makes a
gonna
good makes a good pie, right? That good. Yes, you got to have those.
Yes, Michelle, I so appreciate you joining me today. Thank
I
you
love
so
you
much.
so much. You are one of my favorite people. I always look forward to seeing you when you come, and we talk it out and hug it. That's one of the things, with this whole pandemic thing. It's just not
Hugging,
being able
girl.
to hug people. So as soon as we get through all that, I'm looking for hugs.
Yes, look, I am there with you. I don't know if it's the Leo in us. I don't know if it's the whatever, but I'm with you. I'm like, I cannot wait to hug on my
Oh,
people.
yes.
And and I touch when I talk to them and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it's been hard not to be able to do that.
Yeah, yeah. I know. But we're gonna get through
So
this. We're
we
getting
are.
through this. So yeah, that time is coming soon.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Well, I thank you again so much. I appreciate you taking the time. And We cannot wait to hear more and see more about this new product line. Yay! So make sure that you share the information so I can share it with people, share it widely. And
Absolutely.
what's in the product line? What
So
kind of things
so
did you?
it's long lasting lipstick. So you put it on and it doesn't come off unless you take it off. Lipstick.
Okay.
I have eyeliners, mascaras, um, brow pencils, uh, cleansers, moisturizers, toners, mask. Um,
Yes.
and it's really, even though you can, it's for all skin types, but I was intentional on making it specifically for mature skins.
I love it. I'm so excited. That is awesome. And let me just say this, you all, like, this is a total side note, but just this past weekend, I was buying the Lip Bar, which is a black owned brand.
I love this
And
bar.
I love Lip Bar too. And I was buying sunscreen, brown, black girl sunscreen. And it is so exciting to be able to buy products by black women
Yes.
that I can use and then like use for my daughter and share these different products.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's just the time. Like one of the people I
Time.
interviewed last week said that this is the time of the black woman. She's like, I think
Yes.
it's the time of women, but I really
Women.
think it's the time of the black women.
Absolutely.
And I just have to agree. And so this just makes me so excited that you also are launching a brand, especially specifically for mature skin, because I think that that is important because,
Yes.
we got to continue to take care of our skin no matter
Absolutely.
what.
Age range. Absolutely. You can't wait
Yes.
until you're that age to begin. It's something that you want to start doing. And as you get to be out this year, I'll be 60, August the 14th. And so I want to still be able to look youthful
You
at
gonna be
60.
60, girl. Come on now.
60. I know. I'm freaking out. Not because of the age, but because it's like I can't believe it. It's weird. But yeah.
But you're beautiful. And
Thank you.
congratulations again on launching this new line. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share it with everybody that I know so that people
Nice.
can get the product. And so, with that being said, this is another installment of Women's History Month where I just interviewed Michele Nelson, the woman who gave me my very first facial, and I have not turned back since.
Yay, yay. Conversion, converted. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you all. We have a couple of more women to highlight before the end of the month, and I thank you all for joining me. Have a good one.
Bye.